That's awesome. I want to talk about my last couple days because they've been shitty. But in a good way. Shitty in a good way. I have a friend, and he's one of those friends who says, oh, you're one of those. Whenever you tell him he has to stop blaming white people for his problems. You know what I mean? He's like, oh, you're one of those. I'm like, no, you gotta stop blaming white people. There's Asian and Hispanics too. They're also at fault. You know what I'm saying? I would say black people, but black people aren't racist. We have a meeting once a month. We get outvoted by the light-skinned niggas all the time, so we're not racist. We're not racist. Does anybody watch here Lovecraft Country?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah? Awesome. So in that show, they have the safe Negro traveling guide, right? So it inspired me to come up with like my own traveling guides, right? So far I only came up with 2. The first one is the Negro traveling guide to where it's okay to fuck white women. No? It's a good book. It's supposed to be hand holding, but no one's holding hands. I'm not holding hands with a white woman. The other one is the Negro spiritual guide. It's not a musical. Thank you. It's actually just doing mad yoga and eating Beyond Meat and learning how not to say no homo whenever you say Beyond Meat. Thank you. I want to talk about how, like, I feel like my voice is so white, I give white people the N-word pass because they feel that comfortable with me. You know what I mean? Like, it's been 3 instances, and, like, in my life, so far, not a single white person has said the N-word to my face, except for maybe recently. You know what I'm saying? And it's one of those things where, like, I just want to, like, get that level up where a white guy says the N-word and I can punch him right in the face. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like how, like, punching Nazis is a thing. Like, both things, it's like the Rocketeer, but with the N-word. You know what I'm saying? Thank you. So there's been 3 instances. And the first one is not so bad. The first one, it just came out of nowhere. I'm at a festival in San Bernardino, California. This is a real story, by the way. And I'm tripping balls on 3 hits of acid. My best friend comes up to me and says, hey, bro, let's get some ecstasy. We see a guy. He must be selling. We go up to him. So he's selling the pill for $20 a pop. I, from the Bronx, trying to get a deal. I said, yo, bro, let me get 2 for $30. He was like, what you think this is? Nigga, Walmart? This man was white. This man was white when he said this to me. I didn't miss a beat because I'm also tripping balls. I'm like, you know what? You right, brother. Let me get 6. You know, he's like, you right, brother. Let me get 6 and take off $20. He's like, I got you, my nigga. Cool. Bam. Now, my best friend's standing next to me this whole time. And he's just like, yo, my nigga, he just said my nigga to you like 3 times. He did? No, he didn't. Yes, he did. He was like, yo, what do you think this is? Walmart? Y'all heard it, right? And I was just like, well, he said it right. You know what I mean? Like he said it so right that like I was just like, I can't even argue with him. If I go punch him in the face now, I'm starting shit. You know what I mean? Second time, she was my boss, right? And she was a butch lesbian from Larchmont. I'm not sure if you know Larchmont, but it's East and Westchester. Basically, it's just shittier Long Island. Okay? That's Larchmont. And she's sitting there, she's like on the phone and passing, talking about, oh, you know, I'm a nigga this, I'm a nigga that. And I'm just like, yeah, until I hit you, then you're the plain bitch. You know what I mean? Like, and the last time was very recently. And this guy sat across to me trying to help me figure out a joke. And he was like, nigga this, with the ER first time. Then he said GA twice. And I'm just like, why can't white people say the N-word to me on the street? You know what I'm saying? Like, they always want to say when I'm in a public place, where I'm going to act proper because, like, I don't want other white people looking. I don't want to ruin your meal. You didn't say the N-word. He said the N-word. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, yo, it's just one of those unsaid things in New York City where, like, if we were outside, he would have got hit, and I could have just walked away. He said, N-word, bam! And everyone was like, oh, yeah, that's what happens. And everybody would have minded their business. Instead, I would have been the nigga who got called the cops on in a restaurant, and I didn't want that for myself. What are you doing? You doing? Oh, you fucking me up? Oh, you shut me down. Oh, I ate. So that's all I was going to talk about that, and then I'm going to bitch about something else. As I...
Finish the rest of your shit while you got it.
Right? Finish the rest of my shit, right? Alright, so I'll just finish with this. I'm going to take it off for race. It just legitimately made me mad because I feel like I'm never going to get to that level of punching a white guy in the face for saying the N-word. I feel like it's just like my rite of passage as a black man to punch a nigga in the face for saying nigga. Like it's my right. Right? Right? Huh. I'm pro-choice, as long as you make the right one. You know, I have a residual donation to Planned Parenthood. I like to think I have an abortion on retainer. Thank you. You know, it's funny. I don't even like a pregnancy to go that far to term anyway. So, my preferred method is Plan B. You know what I'm saying? And my first time using Plan B, I gave it to my girlfriend, and then we went to go play Overwatch later on. And she looked at me and said, "Babe, my stomach's hurting." I looked her dead in the eye and said, "Hey, listen, that's okay. That's just the baby dying." She didn't want the baby either. I was sleeping on my sister's couch at the time. You don't want a couch baby. You don't want a couch baby. Also, really quickly, that's the most pussy I've ever got when I slept on my sister's couch. It's like having nothing to do and all the weed in your pocket gets you mad. But anyway, my name's Anthony Vines.